Shalom, Israel. This is Yahawah Baha with the Man Up Jacob Dallas camp. Back to give a quick lesson again. First and foremost, before I get started, I want to thank Yahawah Baha, yahawashi, and I want to give double honors to our elders, to our apostles of GMS who rule well with truth and sincerity. And I thank you, brothers, so much that are out there, that are to all you Akim that are pushing this work, man. You know, to the elect. Pray that you continue to push forward. Today's topic, I kind of want to go into something a little different. Basically, just over the structure and the things that you know, that we're doing this for. You know, and because a lot of the nation of Israel out there as a whole, when they first look into this, they don't know why we do what we do, or the reasons or the purpose that we do what we do. And everything serves a purpose. Everything, even down to the things that we wear and the things that we say and the way that we treat each other. Okay? And so I named this topic, or the lesson, the name of this video, I titled it Rebirth for a reason. And not the rebirth, the so-called Edomite rebirth, okay, that we all know of, but just the rebirth of the transformation and the renewing of your mind, of one's mind in this truth. Okay? And what I mean by that is, you know, when you first come into this thing, you know, you're searching. You're always searching for something. You're searching for more knowledge. You're searching for growth and basically the understanding of what life is all about. And generally, whenever you start to dig, you start to find out things, you start to dig and start to research and do things. Well, you know, as for myself and for other Akim that are scattered around the world, the first thing you do is you go to the internet, right? You go to the internet and then you type in things and you come up on YouTube, and then you come across, you know, the Illuminati, and then you'll come across Israelites, okay? And then you're like, whoa, what is this all about? You know, and you start to dig deeper into it, and you start to listen to the videos, and you start to think, and your spirit and your reason in your spirit, wow, you know, this stuff is true. You know, what they saying makes sense, makes a whole lot of sense. Well, what I mean by that is, when you first come into the truth, it's not because you decided to come into the truth. It's because the Most High chose you to come into the truth. And I got a quick scripture for that, and we're going to go into the book of St. John. This is St. John chapter 15, verse 16, and it says, "Ye have not chosen me, but I have chosen you, and ordained you, that you should go forth, that you should go and bring forth fruit, and that your fruit should remain, that whatsoever you shall ask of the Father in my name, he may give it unto you." Okay? So that scripture right there is pretty much plain, man. The Lord chose you, man. He chose you to come into this truth. He chose to give you the knowledge, the wisdom, and the understanding of the scriptures, of the Holy Scriptures, man. Okay? And so on throughout your journey, when you come into this truth, man, you know, as an Israelite, you know, you come into this thing and you start to get edification and understanding of who you are and what you're supposed to do while you're here on this side. Okay? And to back that up, to further that process, we're going to go to the book of Ephesians, actually. Let's do that. Bear with me, brothers. Okay. We're going to go to the book of Ephesians chapter 4. We're going to start at the 21st verse. And it says, if so be that ye have heard him, which that him is referring to Yahawashi Mashiach. If ye have heard him and have been taught by him as the truth in Jesus, or in Yahawashi, that ye put off concerning former conversation the old man, which is corrupt according to deceitful lusts, and be renewed in the spirit of your mind, and that ye put on that new man, which after the Most High is created in righteousness and true holiness. That's right, man. So when you come into this thing, you're born again. You know, I know most people, when they hear that topic, you know, they think of, you know, the Christian church, man, when you're in the world. But this right here is that true understanding of what it means to be reborn again. You put away that old man, and you put on, and you become a new man. You become a man in truth, knowledge, wisdom, and understanding. Okay? And Yahawah Baha yahawashi. Okay? And verse 25, it says, wherefore, putting away lying, speak every man truth with his neighbor, for we are members of one another. And that's basically going into the body, going into having, camps. Okay, and that goes into that, and I'll get into that in a second. But basically what this scripture is talking about, man, is you put away the old things that you used to do in the world, whether it is, smoking, drinking, doing whatever, well, not necessarily drinking, but just doing things that were contrary to the scriptures, and the Most High will make things, disappear out of your world that you can't bring into this truth, man. You know what I'm saying? And so, what this is talking about is once you come into this truth, you have brothers that teach you, man, that are set above you, man, because you can't lean under your own understanding in this thing and think that you got it or that you're going to get it by yourself. The elders are set up for a reason to teach us. Okay. And so whenever you come into this thing, you have to transform into a new being, a new creature, a new person, and then that actually, not only do you actually have to abide by that, but you have to make it a part of your daily life as well. You just can't be some everyday nigga coming into the truth and thinking that that's gonna fly, man. That's not the way it is. Okay. And to make an example of what that is, okay, we're gonna go to the book of Colossians. Okay. And it's basically gonna teach you, how to be a better brother, how to conduct yourself in this truth. You know what I'm saying? Teaching you towards how to be towards your brethren and teaching you how to be basically a good person, man. Okay. Bear with me just a second, guys. But yeah, it's going to teach you to be, how to conduct yourself, man, as a man of the Lord. All right. And this is Colossians chapter 3, and we're going to start down at verse 5. Okay. And it says, mortify therefore your members which are upon the earth. Okay, before I get off into that, mortify your members. When you come into this thing and you're a part of the brotherhood, man, you all act as a body, as one unit. Not one part of the body is better than the other. We all need each other. Okay, and that's how it is in this truth. All right. Mortify therefore your members which are upon the earth. Okay, fornication, uncleanliness, inordinate affection, evil concupiscence, and covetousness, which is idolatry, for which things sake the wrath of the Most High cometh on children of disobedience. Yeah, so like I was saying earlier, man, you can't go and those are some examples of things that are what not to do, or that'll get you jacked up in this truth, man. Okay, because it says, verse 7, for in which ye also walked sometime when you lived in them. Okay, so that means therefore you're supposed to put those things away. You are a new creature, and those things shall not be named amongst you anymore. Okay, all right, verse 8, but now you also put off all these things: anger, wrath, malice, blasphemy, filthy communication out of your mouth. Lie not to one another, seeing that ye have put off the old man with his deeds, and have put on the new man, which is renewed in knowledge after the image of him that created him. Yeah, so that's pretty much plain, man. Just be a good person, because you're not gonna really make it really far in this if there's some brothers or some people that are out there that are backbiters, busybodies. They offend their brothers. And the Most High sees all of that, and you will be judged, man, according to thy works. And so if you're one of those people, man, you should go in and you should get yourself right, and you should read this scripture, man. You need to put you back on point to where you need to be. Okay? I'm going to jump down to verse 12. Okay? Put on, therefore, as the elect of the Most High, holy and beloved, bowels of mercies, kindness, humbleness of the mind, meekness, and long-suffering. Forbear one another, and forgiving one another, if any man have a quarrel against any, even as Christ forgave you, so also do ye. That's right, man. So it's basically telling you to be a good person, man. You know, forgive one another. If a brother offend you, or you go off, you take that man to the side and you tell him the offense that he's done with you. That way you hash it out and you forgive that brother, man. Okay? It teaches you humbleness, meekness and mercy. Because if you can't be merciful in this truth, man, towards one another, then you know, who are you to have mercy given unto you? You know? That's one of the number one things. Okay? And ultimately it just basically goes back to, you know, the commandments. You know, doing the commandments, man, and keeping the commandments. All right? And ultimately being a good person. I don't know how many times I have to say that. Okay? Verse 15, and let the peace of the Most High rule in your hearts, to which also ye are called in one body, and be ye thankful. Let the words of Christ dwell in you richly in all wisdom, teachings, and admonishing one another in psalms and hymns and spiritual songs, singing with grace in your hearts to the Lord. And whatsoever ye do in word or deed, do all in the name of the Lord Yahawashi, giving thanks to the Most High and the Father by Him. Exactly, man. Okay? So once you actually get that down in your, you know, and brothers can see that the Spirit is dealing with you and you've come a long way and you know, and you've grown in the truth and you're holding down, you know, you're holding down or not necessarily holding down, you keeping the commandments as the scriptures have told you, then brothers will start to notice, and then you'll get brought out to fellowship, man. You'll be able to be around you and you'll become a part of a body, man. It's a beautiful thing. And being in this truth, a lot of brothers will tend to forget the importance of what that all means and how it is structured. You know, we can't forget that. And once you've done these things, then you will get what I like to call the armor, okay, a spiritual armor. You will actually get a garment of truth, man. And this basically is scriptural as well. And like I said before, there's a reason for everything that we do. Everything. Okay? And we're going to go to the book of Numbers. Okay? Give me a second. And just a side note to that right there will be some people that'll be amongst you as a wolf in sheep's clothing. All right? Okay, and actually before I go to Numbers, I'm gonna get that. You know, there's gonna be some people that are among you, and you know, the Most High, that's all through the Spirit of the Most High, that they've been set up to fall out. That was their whole purpose, to come into this thing, to fall out. Okay, but Lord willing that may not be one of you brothers. Okay, and we all know who they are, and we tend to not want to be like them. Let's just put it that way. And I'm going to give you a quick example of a person that's like that. This is Proverbs chapter 6, verse 14. And it says, frowardness is in the heart. He deviseth mischief continually, and he soweth discord. And I'm going to jump down to verse 19. Okay, and this is going to be the point. Okay. A false witness that speaketh lies, and him that soweth discord among brethren. Okay, now we all know amongst Israel who that scripture fits, and it could be to many of them, and I don't have to go into names or anything. If that shoe fits, wear it. All right, you know exactly who we're talking about. All right, but to get back to edification or edifying the nation of Israel, we're gonna go to Numbers. Numbers, we're going to start at 15. Bear with me, brothers. Numbers 15, and we're going to do verse 38. And it says, speak unto the children of Israel, and bid them that they make them fringes in the borders of their garments. Okay? Fringes in the border of their garments. As you can see, I'm wearing a garment, right? And it has fringes at the bottom of it. Okay? And it says, fringes in the border of their garments throughout their generations, and that they put upon the fringe of the borders a ribbon of blue. So at the bottom of it, you'll see that it is bordered by a ribbon of blue, and that was supposed to be passed throughout or taught to our children for generations and generations and generations. Okay, and here's the reason for this. Verse 39, and it shall be unto you for a fringe, that ye may look upon it, and remember all of the commandments of the Lord, and do them, and that ye seek not after your own heart and your own eyes, after which you used to go a-whoring. Again, going back to what I was saying earlier, becoming a new man, becoming a new creature, man, being reborn, born again. Okay, as for the reason for the topic of this video, okay, or the title of this video, Salaki. Verse 40, that ye may remember and do all my commandments and be holy unto your God. That's right, man. So when you come into this truth, this garment right here stands for knowledge, wisdom, and understanding, and keeping of the commandments. Now, of course, you go on YouTube and you'll see that different groups or different camps will have on fringes of different of different apparel or different sizes and different colors. Jake gonna try to be real fresh about however they do it or whatever, how they decide to make it look. But that that on a carnal level, that's not what we on. Okay, this right here is the meaning that you stand for the commandments, knowledge, wisdom, and understanding of these scriptures, and that you have it, and that you have pretty much been reborn again. Okay, you did what it took to become a man of the Lord, and the man is put the spirit on you to bring it out and to teach the nation of Israel, who are you so-called Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans, the truth and the understanding of these scriptures, man. Okay, that means you have been ordained to be out there to teach our people. Okay, and which basically I'm gonna end on this one, on this last scripture right here. I'm gonna go back to St. John to bring up my point. Okay, because once after you've made it and you've done these things, the Lord has commissioned you to come out and to do the work. Okay, to do the work, or to do his will. All right, and I'm gonna start at verse 22 on this one. Okay, actually no, I'm gonna start at 17. Salaki. Okay, these things I command you, that you love one another. It means love the people that are amongst you in your brotherhood, man. Not the people of the world, man, because they don't love you. They don't give a damn about you, and they never will. All right? These things I command you, that you love one another. If the world hates you, you know that it hated me before it hated you. And if you were of the world would love his own. But because you are not of the world, but I have chosen you out of the world, therefore the world hateth you. Remember that the word that I said unto you, the servant is not greater than the Lord. If they have persecuted me, they will also persecute you. If they have kept my sayings, they will keep yours also. But all these things will they do unto you for my name's sake, because they know not of him that sent me. And that's the truth, man. These people don't know. They don't know the Most High power. They don't know who Yahawah Baha Yahawah is. They don't. They have no idea. They think Caesar Borgia is their God. They think all these other people that are these other idols and false people that they put up, they worship those things, And they have all these different types of doctrines that they go into that is just all folly and made up bullshit. Let's just be real about it. Okay? And so the Most High has set you up. He called you to come out here and to teach and to wake up the nation of Israel, the 12 tribes of Israel, who are made up of the so-called Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans. That's the whole reason that we're here. But you got to also remember the importance of what it took for you to get to where you are right now. And if you are not a person that has made it this far yet, Lord willing that you will in due time, if you are a man of the Lord, if you are one of the elect, Let me make sure that I say that. Okay? Lord willing that we are those men. I can't actually just say here, you know, I'm not really, I'm nobody. But all through the Spirit, man, that's basically what I wanted to bring out. The Lord chose you to do a job, and make sure you do it with truth and sincerity. And to all of you that are out there, hopefully this lesson was very edifying to you. And thank you for taking the time out to look at it and to watch it. All praises to Yahawah Baha, yahawashi. Double honors to our elders again, who rule well, the elders of GMS, the apostles of GMS, and to all of you Akyam that are out there doing the work and pushing this truth and sincerity. Man up, shalom.